Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So finally we do have some details on Incursions update. Now they do come less than 24 hours before this new updated game mode going live, but at the very least we do know it now, and I'll be honest, it does look quite good. It looks actually very good, to a point where I am looking forward to playing Incursions now. Now, obviously, the big thing for many people is that there is going to be solo Incursions mode, and I will make a separate video later today explaining the benefits and the drawbacks of playing Incursions solo, and which one is technically better if you want to do a push, because it's quite an interesting conversation. So stay tuned for that video. As expected, in solo Incursions, you're going to have 2 parts instead of 4, and you're going to be playing for the same reward pool. So basically, in terms of rewards, it makes no difference whether you play solo. There are updates to Incursions store. I wish there were more of them. The big takeaway is that we are going to have 6-star Incursion crystals and 6-star crystals, as well as 5-star Awakening Gem crystals now in Incursion store. I don't know, for how many people 5-star Awakening Gem crystals are like a massive deal still. I assume there is still a large portion of people who are very interested in those. But obviously for the higher established accounts, the big thing is 6-star crystals, and more specifically 6-star Incursion crystals. Yes, there is quite a big price difference, and 81,000 artifacts does sound a lot, but in reality, I want to remind that you cannot judge this price by our past acquisition speed of Incursions artifacts, because we will be earning more artifacts as well. So effectively, if you play Incursions kind of heavily, you will be able to afford at least 2 of these every single month, and these Incursion stores will reset monthly now. And the fact, however, that those are going to be Incursion crystals will mean that it is going to be a champion pool of 10, which statistically means that Incursion crystals are your best chance of getting a specific champion if that champion is in the Incursion crystal, because you have a flat 10% chance to get what you want, because it's only a 10 champion pool. Featured crystals are in the second spot with like 4.6% or something like that, or 4. I think it's 4%. Oh, wait a minute. Something like that. It was 4 point something percent, I believe, is the chance for you to get a specific champion for a featured crystal, but it is more than double that on an Incursion crystal. So these crystals immediately do represent a lot of value, in my personal opinion, because they are our best chance to target a specific champion, maybe with an exception of Abyss 10 Nexus crystal, but the ones that we can regularly attain, these are pretty much the best things to get to hunt for champions if they are in there. And now we need to take a look at the game mode rewards themselves. Basically, we have a new sector, Sector 9, and in that Sector 9, we will actually find rank 4 materials, which is very interesting, Tier 3 Alpha and Tier 6 Basics. We'll find a 6-star Awakening Gem if you reach Zone 25, and we're going to find 6-star Signature Stones. In total, 60 of them, so there's a large amount of 6-star Signature Stones. For the rest of the part, there are going to be some 6-star shards. I believe it's about 6,000 6-star shards in Sector 9. Sorry, not 10,000 6-star shards in Sector 9, and like 5 or 6,000 6-star shards in Sector 8. So 6-star shards acquisition definitely has been increased as well. And this is the interesting part, because you can earn a full Tier 3 Alpha and full Tier 6 Basic Catalyst now every month in Incursions, as well as a 6-star Awakening Gem and 60 generic 6-star Signature Stones. So that is a whole lot of rewards, and quite a valuable set of rewards. Now, that being said, I do not think majority of the people are going to be able to achieve it, because it's going to require a push to Zone 25, which will almost inevitably cost units for vast majority of the players. I am personally up for the challenge, but even if you do not make all the way up there, the rewards will be noticeably better, and I want to point that out. Even if you do a meaningful push and stop short, that is still a significant amount of rewards that you can earn. Overall, I will not comment on the difficulty, or how hard or how achievable or how unattainable these rewards are for majority of the players before playing the game mode, because we do not know how the power scaling is going to look like. Everybody in their head at the moment is thinking that because we have Sector 9, it's going to be that much rougher and tougher than Sector 8 was, or Zone 8 was. We don't know that. And especially we do not know what's going to happen with Zone 8, for instance. Quite often in past, it has been the case where, you know, when Cav EQ comes out, then uncollected EQ kind of gets down-tuned a bit. So I'm not going to comment yet on the power scaling and how, you know, doable, how many units you should kind of expect to spend in order to try and achieve this. But it's going to be definitely very, very interesting to see that. I look forward to trying to get that Tier 6 Basic, Tier 3 Alpha, and 6-star Awakening gem today, possibly, or maybe tomorrow if I do this run in 2 parts. But there's definitely quite a lot of stuff to earn, as well as we definitely need to take a look at improved artifact acquisition, because now you can earn rewards from top 3 zones. So for instance, in my case, I would be earning rewards from Sector 7, 8, and 9. And these are top zone, basically, milestones now that you will be able to earn 1 time every month. And in total, you can earn, I believe, close to 150,000 artifacts from this. So that means you can get more 2 of those 6-star incursion crystals with this. So you do earn a lot more artifacts here as well. And finally, well, almost finally, perhaps most notably for a large portion of players, they have amped the milestone rewards. As we know, milestones are the only things that refresh every 5 days. So it means every 5 days, if you play Incursions, you can acquire every single one of these gold milestones, which in total would give you 850,000 gold if you are at the Tier 1. And the Tier 1 requirement is just like having 16 6-stars or something like that. So over a period of months, in any average month, you will be able to earn over 5 million gold alone from this. So without a doubt, it is a massive improvement on the amount of gold that you can earn from this event. The kind of like most efficient rewards to, time invested to rewards ratio would be to do at the very least 3 runs of Incursions over the course of the month. You know, you do Sector 7 run to as high as possible, get those rewards and get milestone rewards. Then you wait 5 to 10 days, do Sector 8 run. Then you wait 5 to 10 days and do Sector 9 run. That way, whilst you're going for your top zone bonus rewards, you also grab these milestone rewards. So if you do 3 runs of Incursions a month, which I think is fairly reasonable amount of time and effort committed, with 3 runs a month, you would get like 2.5 million gold from this, plus all the other rewards that we saw previously with the artifacts and the 6-star shards and whatever else. And yeah, if you do want to earn as much gold as possible, you do 1 run every 5 days, and that will net you 850 gold if you reach the final milestone, which I do think should be achievable based on how many points you get per zone. In addition, there's also going to be Alliance event. Now, we do not know how often this Alliance event resets. It's one kind of like big question up in the air, because obviously the value of this event will largely depend on whether it's every 5 days or whether it's every 30 days. Because if it's every 5 days and you can get additional 125,000 gold there, and, you know, extra amount of artifacts as well, like what's the 3, 4, 5,000 artifacts, you know, every 5 days, that's a nice bonus. If it's every 30 days, then, you know, it's kind of whatever. But I don't know how I feel about them pushing in these Alliance events as much as they are doing right now. But it is there. We'll see how well it works out. We'll see how potent this event is. Also, for summoners who are looking to challenge themselves even more regarding in Sector 9, tiering will now provide access to rewards from 3 different sectors. Additional changes, they're taking away that timing out in a fight while using Corvus or any other champion is immortal at low HP will result in a KO. So the timeouts at a very low HP, it's basically the same thing they did with map 8. Also, 6-star opponents will be introduced for the first time in Incursions game mode, we will be removing zone item use limitations because obviously they are encouraging everybody to spend. Which, you know, I'm not the biggest fan, I guess, of this, but, you know, fair enough in a sense, because it is going to be very hard, and I'm sure there are going to be a lot of people who are very interested in the rewards, have the units, and they might as well use them, I suppose. I'm not going to make a big fuss out of that, but one of the best changes, colorblind node has been removed, so at least now you do not have to worry about having 2 champions of the same class when you do your run. And that is more or less kind of like the summary. So the takeaways from this entire update at the moment are that you can earn up to 5 million gold from Incursions every month now, which I think is a solid improvement. There is a 6-star Awakening gem that you can earn every month now playing Incursions, but again, I don't think it's going to be easy to get. I don't think it's going to be kind of like, oh, I'm just going to go play Incursions and do a random push. I don't think that, you know, vast majority of the people will be able to attain it, or at the very least able to attain it every month. I do think that getting Zone 25 is likely going to cost plenty of units, but that's why we're going to test it out. As soon as Incursions go live, I'm going to start my solo push in Sector 9, Zone 9, and we'll see how well or poorly I do, how many units I end up spending getting to Zone 25. I'll make a video afterwards as kind of like a review summary. But let me know what you guys think. Are you guys excited? I know I am quite excited. With all the other problems in the game, with the Battlegrounds, season rewards and everything else that's going wrong, and relics and whatnot on their way, Incursions definitely all of a sudden look like much more enticing game mode. Because you don't have to deal with cheaters and modders there. It's, you know, potentially, now you don't even need to find a partner. It can all be on your shoulders, and it's a meaningful amount of rewards. And the truth about Incursions is that Incursions always have been random, yes, but enjoyable game mode. The problem with Incursions was that the rewards were never really kind of good enough to facilitate any meaningful interest from the player base into actually like pushing or focusing on Incursions. And whilst I do think that Incursions still remain kind of like as an optional thing, not everybody has to do it, you know. But at the same time, I do think the rewards are much more meaningful now, on par with the rest of the game modes, where it is a legitimate option to kind of like, you know, rank up a champion for Incursions and try and do your best in this game mode every single month. So I will be streaming more Incursions by the looks of it. And hopefully when we actually see the node updates, the power scaling, the PIs, the attacks, the health values of the opponents and everything else, how they actually work, it all goes smoothly. And as I said before, look forward playing this. I will be live as soon as the game mode goes live, and I'll be trying to do my Zone 25 push as early as possible. Let me know what you guys think, and I'm going to catch you guys later. See ya. Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about the next